I'm not qualified. They're going to find out I don't actually know what I'm doing. If that thought has ever run through your head, at work, in your marriage, in your faith, Moses said almost the exact same thing to God's face, and God didn't argue him out of it the way you'd expect. When God calls Moses to lead an entire nation out of slavery, his first response isn't excitement, it's a list. Who am I that I should go? What if they don't believe me? I have never been eloquent. I am slow of speech. 4 separate objections, back to back. Not one act of doubt, a pattern of it. This is a near-perfect biblical description of something modern psychology has a name for: impostor syndrome. The persistent, often irrational conviction that you are inadequate for a role, despite the evidence in front of you. Moses had already seen the burning bush. He had already heard the voice of God, and still he listed reasons he wasn't enough. Here's what's striking. God never tells Moses, "You're wrong. You actually are qualified." He doesn't hand him a resume. He doesn't list Moses' strengths. Instead, God says 4 words: "I will be with you." The reassurance was never about Moses' competence. It was about whose presence would go with him. This repeats again and again. Gideon calls himself the least in his family. Jeremiah says he's too young. In every case, God's answer isn't a resume, it's a promise of presence. Confidence in Scripture is never rooted in self-assessment. It's rooted in relationship. So if the fraud feeling shows up before a big meeting, a new role, a hard conversation, the move isn't to manufacture false confidence. It's to separate one question from one promise. Am I enough was never the promise being offered. Moses led 2 million people out of Egypt while still convinced he wasn't the right man for it. If you're waiting to feel qualified before you start, you may be waiting for something the Bible never actually promised, because his answer was never, "You're ready." It was always, "I am with you." If this spoke to you, subscribe to BibleRisen, and remember, the call was never about being enough. It was about who called you.